This is fine.
Well, something's happening with Clare's season. It's unverified, it's all speculation, and before I go an iota further in this video, I want to say that this isn't really a spoiler. There's going to be no information here about any of the men, or anyone who may have been eliminated, or anything that won't likely eventually be announced in the next coming week or days anyways. And I'll be honest, through Googling and researching to see how valid some of these claims were, I found out one spoiler on who got the first impression rose, but hey, we'd find that out on night one anyways, and also I won't be sharing that information here. But if you want to avoid anything related to any news or any information at all for the coming season, even if it might be announced anyways, here's your chance to turn back. Again, if this is all true, which, let's be clear, at the moment nothing official has been said, and this video is about speculation and discussing rumors, so take it all with a grain of salt, but if this is all true, we are going to hear about it soon anyways. There's no way ABC tries to hide this. Again, that's if this is true. Alright, so, I wake up one fine morning to find this tweet, saying an anonymous source has claimed that Clare Crawley is no longer the Bachelorette, and that Tayshia Adams will be replacing her. The anonymous source comes from a Reddit post on Friday, and at first glance it seems kind of crazy. It's hard to fully invest in claims that are made from an anonymous person on a throwaway account. I mean, I constantly use my throwaway account, Illuminati420, to make claims that Chris Harrison is actually a mole person. But that's true, so okay, maybe this is legit. So let's take a look at this Reddit post. It's from an account called Throwaway Spoiler 2020, and it states that they're a legit source, and can prove it to the moderators of the subreddit who have since verified the person, but that they didn't want to post this publicly in the event that it turns out to be untrue. But in the post, they've said they've been receiving unverified information that production has been having problems with Clare. She cancelled the events for the Saturday before, which was a week ago, and that they've replaced Clare with Tayshia. Allegedly, they didn't want to post anything until earlier this week when an article came out claiming that Clare was already in love with someone from her season and wanted to leave with them. Then, Reality Steve heard that a number of the men were asked to come back to the show after being eliminated. And suddenly, those unverified claims that they were being told seemed to be a little more valid. Now, at this point, I still wasn't ready to buy in. It seems kind of ludicrous that Clare would completely break her contract, piss off a ton of people, and leave right then and there, even if she was in love with someone from her season. I mean, there are a lot of leads in the past who've known from very early on who they were going to pick, but eventually they just stuck it out because, well, they're contractually obligated to. And Clare's no stranger to how things work on the show. After all, she's been in 4 seasons from the franchise prior to filming The Bachelorette. There was Juan Pablo's season, 2 seasons of Bachelor in Paradise, and of course Bachelor Winter Games. So I'm certain she knew what she was getting into, at least when it comes to playing ball with the producers. So it's hard to bite that she wouldn't just ride out the season with the guy she wanted like other leads have. And on the other side of things, it's also hard to bite that production hasn't been able to deal with Clare, if she's being a diva, as they've dealt with so many leads of varying difficulties over the years. Why would Clare be the straw that broke the camel's back? Why would Clare be the one lead that production couldn't deal with and had to fire? But then more people started commenting on this Reddit post, primarily Reality Steve, who tweeted that he saw the Reddit post and was on the phone digging for 2 hours. Now, he couldn't confirm it with 100% certainty, but he thinks there's some serious validity to the claims. And at that point, I thought, now things are getting intriguing. We have 4 separate instances that point to this new information having real weight. 1, this article that came out earlier about Clare wanting to leave the show. 2, news that the men were being asked back to the show from earlier this week, which could be for many reasons and not because of a new lead. 3, this Reddit post. And 4, Reality Steve's opinion based on recent digging. And add to that, this Instagram post from Tayshia. Posted just a day ago, this is a really intriguing picture as it might actually be Tayshia in La Quinta. Allegedly, she's actually already been there since Monday. Now, this post says that it was taken in Newport Beach, California, but it's also really easy to change your geolocation on Instagram. In fact, I'll make a post on my Instagram account for this video, and I'll mark my location as La Quinta Resort and Club. 'Cause I'm totally right there right now. Or am I actually there looking at Tayshia right now? So yeah, she could actually be posting this from La Quinta. Now, the last few weeks I've been looking a lot at the resort and club in preparation for sleuthing for the upcoming season, trying to get a good idea of how the resort looks in case background locations needed to be identified, or just anything. And this flower right here looks exactly like it's from this location in the resort, and yeah, no, I have actually no clue. We'd need a Matt Damon growing potatoes on Mars level of botany skills to figure this out. But to be fair, it does have a La Quinta feel to the location. Maybe I'm just looking into this, but with everything else that's been going on added to the amount of times I've stared at La Quinta, that's the vibe I'm getting. So this leaves us a number of questions. Say all of this is true. What's production going to do now? Why did they pick Tayshia? What would a season actually look like? Well, first, let's not rule out that things between production and Clare are actually amicable. In fact, for all we know, this was actually production's idea to drum up hype for the new season. If Clare wanted one guy and production felt the season was going to be boring from that point on, why not add a twist to make exciting TV? Clare's happy, production's happy, no hurt feelings all around. Of course, this is all just speculation. Let's also not rule out that Clare could be leaving for reasons completely unrelated to drama with the show. Personal or family reasons. And if it was related in any way to the pandemic, I'd bet we'd know. But, okay, why Tayshia? Well, apparently the women that were serious contenders for the role back in February or March were Clare, Tayshia and Tia, and maybe Kelsey. So it's natural that one of those women would be their first selection in the event of needing a new lead. Other reasons like availability, proximity to the resort, and many other factors could have also played a part in why Tayshia would be picked over, say, Tia. Now, what might this new season look like? Well, with the men being called back, and some of them might come, some of them might not, I imagine they'd be starting over from scratch. Again, just speculating. And they'd have to air some of Clare's season. Maybe in one or a few episodes. Then, with the remaining episodes in the season, start a new journey with Tayshia. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if ABC sees a huge opportunity to add more episodes to the season in a time where programming is going to be scarce for the next few months. Then, the season would continue pretty much just like Clare's, all in the bubble. Now, of course, I want to reiterate, this is all speculation, and at this point, very much unverified. But the tea is piping hot, and people are going crazy. And if it does happen, we'll likely be getting an announcement from ABC as soon as Tayshia's quarantine is done and she's cleared to go, if not earlier. So, none of this is going to be a shocking turn of events on week 3 of the show or something like that. But that's the tea so far. For all I know, this could completely change in the next day or weeks or 5 minutes after I post this video. So, I'll keep you updated. But if it's not all of this, something has to be happening. Something. And hey, if Tayshia's the Bachelorette, maybe we'll see a surprise entrance from John Paul Jones.
I caught a fish! Touch it, kiss it, yeah.
So that's it for this video on Clare and Tayshia and the latest Bachelorette rumors. I hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to like and subscribe if you did. And let me know your thoughts, theories, and conspiracies in the comment section below. Until next time, Bachelor Fantake, out.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.